Spinning. We are live. Welcome everybody to the February mid-month Outturn preview tasting. I am Scott and
Lynn, everybody. And I sound like a chain smoker right now. I lost my voice earlier.
she got a little of the Miley Cyrus going on, I said.
That's right. I'm gonna play some piano and sing to you guys.
Right. And don't nobody out there make fun of her either.
She's talented. She's so talented.
Yeah. No, I mean don't make fun of you for having the horse.
Oh, it's okay. You guys can make fun of me. Wow, too soon to snort.
For those that haven't tuned in for a while, if anybody's watching, Lynn joined us a while back. She's been jumping in, done quite a few live streams, trying to get her in here, doing as many as she can, and get her more comfortable in front of the camera, I should say.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I was advised to pre-drams. I'm gonna be a little more outgoing. So there you have it. I took a quick chug. It hurt my throat just a tad bit.
A little more, but not too much.
Yeah, the balance is key. I'm still learning that. That's also a literal and metaphorical thing in my life. Yeah.
But no, welcome everybody, and we've got quite a few people in commenting already. Of course, Mamuka was the first one. He was in a little bit early. Duke McHale is here. RJO 350937. He says the thumbnail, he or she says thumbnail is a tale of two opposing emotions. LOL. Lynn is all serious. I'm smiling, having fun. I need to get some new headshots of myself to our designer so she can use those on thumbnails.
Oh, I do too. I look kind of angry.
I think you look serious. You look like you're getting ready to do some whiskey tasting.
Oh, I thought you said I look like I'm gonna like fight somebody out in the parking lot.
You're getting ready to drop some notes. That's what you're getting ready to do. AB Scott is here, and let's see, Jason Jones, Christine Daisy, Charlie Byers from Multicasting, who joined me back for the January mid-month. Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
And Ryan D is watching and commenting. Ryan Shaw. Sue is here. Hi, Sue. Haven't talked to you on the phone for a while. RJO says, Lynn, you look great.
Thank you.
Sean Spaeth is here. Curious George says, hello all. Welcome, everybody. We got 5 whiskeys are going to be released tomorrow. We are reviewing all 5. I'm anxious to get ready. I think it's a really good lineup, myself, and a couple of really good ones to talk about in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
T. Roy is present, he says. Present. I had a little warm-up dram myself, so I better get one more sip of the warm-up dram.
Okay. Can you rhyme the distillery that's from?
Rhyme. What would be it? Let me think of a rhyme. Umpus Ox.
Oh. That's really obvious.
That was a rhyme. That one was actually Orchard House. Yeah. It's a really nice, fruity, lighter something. Just kind of warm up the palate, get the taste buds ready for what's coming.
That's right.
And let me pour mine here. Get up, show you the color, and get the banner up here as well. Nice, really a stunner to start with here. And of course, as you know, we start with our kind of lighter profile whiskeys and work our way up to the heavier tasting palate profiles. So starting with a 12-year-old sweet, fruity, and mellow here, cask 72.119.
Mm-hmm.
Winter Market Treats. This is a 12-year-old sweet fruit. I can't even see my screen now.
No, it looks great. You make it look so easy. I did it 2 weeks ago, guys. With StreamYard, everything is the opposite. So it's really, I'm just glad Scott's here to lay down salon.
Boom, boom, just like that.
Pro.
Anyway, this is Speyside first fill barrel. So really on that color, 12 years old, really about what I expect. Just a nice golden honeyed hue on this one.
Yeah. Ooh, smells nice too. I really like it because there's loads of honey on the nose.
Floral, a lot of flowers too.
Mm.
Yeah, malty.
Yep. Hints of orange.
Orange. Ooh.
But this makes me want to have like a really fancy charcuterie board.
Oh, really?
Party and just like drizzle honey over like the stinkiest cheese I've ever come across. Do you ever do that?
Oh, yeah. Oh. That's the beauty of charcuterie boards. You know, I remember the first one where I had, you have the different cheeses and the different meats, and then there's, you have like the fig, not fig. There's the jam too that goes on them.
Yeah.
Is it fig? Yeah, maybe it's fig chutney. And then like honeycomb, different things like that. And you're putting those on these stinky cheeses and these salty meats, and it's so good. It's things you wouldn't think would go together.
Yeah. When they smell like feet, I'm like, I'm in. I don't know what that says about me, but anyways.
Yep. And even the whiskeys, I've had some whiskeys that smell like feet, and I mean that's a pretty good note you get in there sometimes.
Oh yeah. Especially the ones that come from that distillery that rhymes with Ben Brun. All right.
B. Evis.
Well, I love that distillery too.
Yeah, talking about funk. Anyway, no funk on this one on the nose. All sweet, fruity, mellow here. I like the citrus, the orange that you've got, some light berries.
Yes.
Honeycomb. Oh, let me turn my comments back on. I can't see my comments. There we go.
There we go. Beavis.
Sean Spaeth's comment.
At first I'm like umpus, and then I heard Austin like, oh yes. Ding ding ding.
And also Sean Spaeth, he's gotten the blue cheese note off of a bottle of Octomore before. Love it.
Yes. I love Octomore.
Let's get in on the palate on this one, Lynn. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Okay. So I think this is quite interesting where texturally it's like a total mind funk. Like I get a metallic finish, it goes grassy, and then it quickly shifts over to like the outer skins of a loaf bread. So very malty, and then honey and green tea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You get that like salivating sensation on the finish. That's good.
Yeah, very nice. Sweet, fruity, mellow, great profile on this one. And it's really at 12 years old, this one feels like maybe it's 15 years old. If I was drinking it blind, it really feels like it's a little bit richer than 12. Just neat here, no water or anything yet. But I get like I'm standing in a field also, a field of flowers, and the wind's blowing a little bit. It's kind of dusty. But you get that maltiness though too, and the honeys.
That's a really classy description, because when I thought of like a salivating dribbling sensation, I thought of my time in Glasgow where I tried to double pour Buckfast and what's some other soda, and like, do you know what Buckfast is? Apparently it's a drink for degenerates, and so yeah. Anyways, I bought it at a liquor store, and the guy like judged me very hard.
Oh, really?
Trying to pour it with soda water, and then it just dribbled. That's the same sensation I get when I drink this. But this is a classy drink, guys. Not so much like my personality.
How about cream soda?
Yeah.
Speaking of drinks from the UK, about Iron Brew. Have you had Iron Brew? Yeah.
That was it. It was Buckfast and Iron Brew.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't do it. Stop. Actually, anyone who's watching, don't do that.
Yeah, very rich, very full. Oh yeah, cream soda. Just brought that up, kind of really, and still neat here, but citrus fruits, slight
Mhm.
berries, light oak, malty, dusty, floral.
Hmm.
Very nice. There's really a lot going on with this one.
Yeah, this is great. And I get a mung bean finish or red bean finish, like that kind of sweet bean dessert.
You say mung?
Yeah.
Bean?
Have you ever had stuff like that?
I don't think so.
Oh. Wonder if I can send you some stuff. You might like it, or you might think I'm going to kill you. I don't know. We'll see. But the intention is I always mean well.
I'm an adventurous eater, though. I try just about anything, and
Oh.
there's not too much stuff out there I don't like.
Oh, okay. So, like, have you ever had red bean dessert or anything like that before?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna go shopping and send you some stuff. Okay. Try it with water.
Yep, I got a drop on mine here.
I think it gets slightly drier, but there's like a burst of green melon or like honeydew that comes into play, and a little bit of papaya.
But it's spicy though too. And I always thought
Mhm.
my dad always put ground pepper on cantaloupe.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, but that's kind of, there's almost a little bit of spice in here like this.
Yes.
Like it's that melon with some cracked black pepper on it.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I really dig this.
I never ate it because it didn't sound good to me, but if I did eat it, I know that's what it would taste like. The cantaloupe with the pepper on it. That might be one of those kind of like salty, like with the cheeses and doing the honeys, and the jams, different things, doing the pepper on the melon.
Yeah. Feel like I gotta try that now just to see.
Yeah. Second round of water here on this one. Let's see. I think it's actually starting to open it up, but a little bit more. I do agree. It's a little bit more astringent. I think that spice really kind of started to show itself in there though, too, with the water.
Yeah. Like toasted almonds now when the heat dies down. And papaya.
Yeah.
There's almost like I don't know if it's because something I ate, but there's almost this slightly savory finish, which is very strange to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's almost a little salty meatiness to it, oddly, for a sweet, fruity, and mellow, but a little bit of that spice as well.
Yeah.
It's really full. There's really a lot going on with this one. It's very nice. I like it. I think one can spend quite a bit of time with that one.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely really complex, which I appreciate.
So let's see what we get for tasting notes on the bottle.
Okay.
72.119 Winter Market Treats. Pretzels dipped in caramel sauce are sprinkled with freeze-dried wild strawberries. Reduce it by the drop to tease out honeydew, melon, gooseberries, and blancmange. Blancmange?
Sounds
fun. That's what I would have said.
All right.
All right. Shut that one down. We're ready for dram number 2. Say hello to number 2.
Oh, that sweet, sexy thing.
It is a black label, but a little bit different. This one, I'll let you introduce this one while it's scrolling down there while I pour and show the color.
Sure. This is G9.7. It's called Disarmingly Delicious. 22 years, and it's 62.6% ABV. Aged in a second fill barrel. And I have to say that I feel very strongly about this whiskey. I love it. I think that grain whiskeys are totally underrated. And I find that once they hit that 20 to 25-year range, they have a very specific flavor profile. And what's nice is that you're not paying like thousands of dollars for them because they're grain whiskeys. And you're not spending a lot for how old it is. So
Yeah, I agree. The older grain whiskeys now, it kind of depends. I think maybe it depends on the grains used. I've had some that 20 to 30 range, and they'll really start to turn so kind of like tropical fruity.
yes.
Yeah, and it's just they can really turn into a phenomenal whiskey.
Mhm.
But then I've had some too where it's almost more cask influence. So I
Yeah.
mean, I think it comes down though too to the cask, and maybe that's more with some refill casks or second fill casks. And
Yes.
this one's a second fill. So yeah, let's get into this one and see where we're at here. But yeah, 22 years and like you say, $185 on this one. These will all be available tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Mhm.
And whiskey number 2 of the night.
Yes.
Kitchen spices. It's spicy. Baking spices. A little bit of earthiness to it too.
Oh, we're nosing it. I forgot. I was
Did
like, look. I was so excited.
Yeah, nosing first.
This is what happens when I'm advised to pre-dram, guys. I'm just messy and I can't even hide it. Oh, wait, nosing still. Undertones of banana Foster's cream and vanilla wafers, like on ice cream cones. I mean, cones of ice cream, not on ice cream cones.
I got a little hint of, for some reason, like a cucumber gin.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Maybe that was a little bit of that earthiness I thought at first, but yeah, almost like what's the drink? Is it just gin and with what do they call it? What's the drink made with gin and there's a slice of cucumber? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm making it up.
No.
Cucumber water, for sure. Maybe I'm just thinking of cucumber water, not gin. Almost like a limeish cucumber drink.
I get a little bit of strawberry syrup on the nose, and a hint of vanilla.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. There's some other fruits in here too. It's really fruity. A little bit of the melon still, like we were getting on that first one.
Yes.
Which I didn't want to say at first because I was like, well, I think I'm just pulling that over from that first round, but I keep kind of smelling it though too. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go in. I know you already did.
Are we allowed to express our true love for you? Okay, cool. When I tried this, I texted my friend. I'm like, dude, you need to get in on this bottle.
Wow. Yeah. Ooh.
Love it. It's like buttery. I just imagine if I had money and I could afford a silk robe, this is what this would be like. Just luxurious. And it's peaches and honey, a little bit of almond joy candy. It's kind of everything I want in life, Scott.
I agree. All of that. I like the almond joy, a little bit of a coconut. It's a peach cobbler.
Oh, yes.
It's actually thicker than I was expecting. I mean, it's almost there's some toasted oak in here as well. There's almost more cask influence than I was expecting, and might even think like first fill bourbon instead of second fill.
Yes.
But at 22 years old, so it has been in there a little bit longer. And really, color wise, For a second fill, yeah, I suppose for 22-year-old second fill, that's the color that I would be expecting.
Yeah.
So I think it's right on task there.
I just love how creamy this is. Oh boy.
I'm racking my brain. I'm going through my flavor wheel here on this one. And just as I said, that little bit of a rhubarb, a little bit of an earthy. I mean, it's very sweet, fruity mellow. Still a good one for this one. But there's kind of some undertones. Like I was getting a cucumber before. A little bit of a splash of a rhubarb. I think that's a little bit of an earthiness to it going on here. It's very nice. It's gorgeous. It is a great mouthfeel on this one. And at 22 years old, and what is it, 62%?
62.6%. Yeah.
What was this when it went in the cask? I mean, holy smokes.
I love it. Yeah.
And a great finish on it. It's really hanging in there. Really, there's no notes here that are standing out. There's like, this is a grain whiskey. I mean, I don't think I'd think this was anything other than a single malt.
I would have thought it would have. I would have thought it was like an old Irish whiskey.
No, okay.
Just because of that peach profile, which I find in a lot, like a distillery that rhymes with head, chest.
Yeah.
There's breast in it, guys.
Kind of going to that single pot still method where they're using malted barley and unmalted barley, and it really produces that fruity floral.
Yeah, it's cool because like along many moons ago, over a decade ago, I worked at a cool liquor spot, and we just tried so many stuff, and I found that like any type of old spirit, they started taste quite similar, even if it was like it's very rare for like to come across an old tequila, but I came across an old tequila Armagnacs that are in the 20s, and they started to taste like single malt scotches to me, which was really surprising. So guess where I'm going at with this one is it's tastes like a single pot Irish whiskey.
Yeah. So Joe Combs is asking, do we know the mash bill? No, we don't. But this is from a distillery. I believe they use column stills. So this very well could be a single malt, but they used column stills instead of pot stills, so it can't be labeled. I'm not sure on that one. Not 100. I'm not 100 on that. Anybody comment on that one? I see Tom R is tuning in now, and Ted Brooks. And I saw, was it California Scotty a little bit ago, somewhere up there? And Mamuka is saying yep, but are you saying yep to the distillery that uses column stills? So this could possibly, if it is, this could be a single malt just run through column stills, but I'm not 100 on that, like I said, but neat. And I came with 62.6% at 22 years old. Great on the palate. Great finish on this one too. I love the finish on that. I love it really from start to finish.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to dry it with water, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's like great neat. So let's. I think it gets nuttier, slightly drier, but soft hints of like salted cashews come out to me on the finish.
A little bit of tobacco.
Oh,
with water now. Almost getting a little bit darker. And what's really odd, I didn't mention 62.6%. This does not feel like it's 62.6% at all. And I think that's because of the age of this and that oak influence, that cask influence is really just, you're getting that oak setting into your taste buds instead of the ABV.
Yeah.
And with water here, I'm not yet, outside of maybe some tobacco, not getting anything different. It made it more velvety and kind of creamy.
Hold on.
I don't know that it hasn't started to turn too much tropical yet, like some grain whiskeys when they get older. Like I say, it's still feeling more single maltish than it is grain whiskey to me.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's a little bit nuttier and a little bit spicier with water. I can see what you mean about the tobacco, but on the finish, it's very makes my mouth drool, probably because I'm thirsty for it. And I really enjoy this a lot. I feel like I want to be okay, guys. I want to be like a creep and use my company card and buy it, but I might just have to use my own regular card so I don't get in trouble.
Mamuka asking, is it dry? There's a little bit of astringency here, but not too bad. I don't know that it's any different. No, I mean, I'd say it's normal, really, on astringency.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like super bone dry or grassy or anything like that. Like for me, when I say it's nutty, it has a combination of cashews and this almond skins, which to me gives a little bit of that tannin like feel where it just makes your mouth slightly dry, but it's not so much of that leathery profile you find in an Oloroso cask. This just has that nuttiness to it.
Yeah, and Duke McHale is saying traditional pot stills and innovative column stills.
Duke's my hero.
At G9.
Oh, sorry, jumped in. She's too excited. He has a spreadsheet of his whiskeys, and I want to. That's awesome.
I need to make one because I've had last couple of weeks. I've had a couple of local whiskey group folks over. And I'm just I'm rummaging through my bottles. I'm like, yeah, I think I got something from there. And I'm looking and I need a spreadsheet. And be able to go, yep, I've got that. Boom, here it is. And then kind of know where to find it.
I wish I knew how to work a spreadsheet. For those of you who don't know, I'm a dinosaur when it comes to technology. Every time I have to learn something new, I clench my butt cheeks quite a bit and just start sweating because it's not intuitive for me. So Excel, I think, is something. Okay, so I found out that Google Drive has been in existence for a decade, and I think I just used it for the first time like 3 weeks ago. This is really bad, guys.
You're like, wait, how does this work again?
Yes.
I do like you mentioned a little bit spicier with water. Yeah, I think so. There's definitely some spice showing. I've got 2 rounds of water on this, but I think I actually like this one higher, even neat at 62.6 or with 1 round of water. It was showing more and had more punch to it. Still good.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Ooh.
Yeah, I like it. I like it neat.
Let's look at tasting notes on the bottle on that one. Cask number G9.7. Disarmingly delicious. Notes of green apple and pink grapefruit are followed by a lemon butter cream, diluted sugar cane, and lemon meringue pie. They're going a little bit more citrusy than I was getting.
Yeah. I did not get any grapefruit. Interesting. Okay. All right. Feeling good. Feeling good, Scott.
All right. Well, we're just moving on to number 3. Number 3 of 5. And I'll show you the color. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay. So this bad boy, 41.1. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Yep. Let me put the banner up there. Hold on. There we go. Man. Go ahead, go. I'll show the color. Oh, look at that color.
All right. Okay. Oh, yes. 41.160. It's called What a Combination. 12 years old, 57.9% ABV. And this is aged in a first fill. Oh, golly gee, I'm going to mess this up. First fill Muscat. Rivers. I'm just not classy, you guys. I don't belong in Southern California. I don't even know why I live here.
I had to look it up, and I had to hit the little deal to have them pronounce it for me, but it's just Rivasaltus.
Oh, River Saltus.
Rivasaltus.
Gosh dang it. Can't say it. Still can't say it. By the way, I cannot say things that are like combination of R's and W's. Like I can't say Star Wars. I sound like I just immigrated over to America. And Perrier. Like I would just say Perrier. So anyway, sorry, went off the
Now,
deep end.
whether or not you can pronounce it correctly, have you seen Star Wars? That's the
I-
most important thing.
Okay, I've only seen one movie, and it wasn't even the original.
All right. No, so I was born in 1970. Star Wars, the original episode, what became later episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. I was 7, probably 8 years old when it hit the theater where I lived, and went to see it in the theater. Was blown away, life-changing, and loved Star Wars ever since. But different subject.
Oh, I thought they were saying lifesavers for a really long time, like the candy.
Lifesaver.
I'm missing a lot of America. Somebody told me I live under a rock, which they're probably right. Oh, yes, this was aged for 9 years in the next bourbon cask and then transferred to that Muscat.
Rivasaltus. Rivasaltus. I had to look this up as well. It's kind of a form or a variation of Muscat. It's real similar to Muscat. It can be red or white. You can use white grapes or red grapes. They can make a Blanc or a Rouge. But anyway, I think we can tell by the color of this one that this is the Rouge or the red form of the Rivasaltus. I think that's a pretty good assumption, don't you, Lynn? This isn't the white, the Blanc.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So on the nose, just a soft hint of, just a faint hint. Don't be grossed out, guys. I just get a little hint of gym socks. But you know, sometimes you need a funk in your life to really appreciate the good.
This
raisins.
is man, I love the nose on this one.
I get raisins on the nose. What do you get? I feel like you should you have that angle where you should.
I know, man. I'm trying to discern what I mean. It's like schnozberries. Schnozberries. Yeah, that's from a movie. But no, it's like there's definitely there's so much dark. There's red fruits, raspberries, strawberries, hints of the raisin or golden raisins, maybe. This is a gorgeous, a little bit sweeter. Definitely not like Oloroso where it's just dark and dry and spicy. This is vibrant, sweet, fruity, dark.
It's got a little bit of a leathery tone to it too. Again, I just get these raisin tones.
Yeah.
This
Jen Burns knew the movie The Schnozberries. It's from Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka? Oh. I have to read
Or Super Troopers. The Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
I just saw Bruce's comment. He says, Lynn, at almost 70, I'm Pete Moss dealing with technology. You haven't met me, Bruce. I think you will know more about technology than I do.
I've met Bruce too up in Chicago.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. And I didn't see this one earlier. Jen Current says Scott will say Star Wars enough for both of you. Both of you. It's okay.
Oh, so I had a friend who would try to like say, "Hey, what's that movie?" Just so he could hear me say Star Wars, and then he would poke fun at me. And there's like a famous golfer. Holy crap! His name is Rory McIlroy. Can you say it? Of course you can. You're like,
yeah, McElroy. Rory.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy.
See, essence of America. Dang it. Rory. It's so hard.
We won't make you say anything. You. Yeah, the nose on this one though, just gorgeous. But like I say, man, this one is just alive. It's vibrant. It's sweet. It's fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy. Your spices are in kitchen. Baking spices are in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you take a sip already?
I cheated. Okay.
I can't believe this is a 9. You said 9 in the ex bourbon, and then 3 in the Rivasaltus.
Mm-hmm.
That Rivasaltus must have been so wet, such an active cask.
Yeah.
I mean, I would guess this was exclusive maturation. I mean, it's so dark. It's sweet. It's not Oloroso dark. It's almost moving towards like Pedro Jimenez, where it's more syrupy, sweet, berries, fruits, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of the leather, little bit of the old books, little bit of tobacco, cherries, Luxardo cherries.
Yeah. Yeah, I got like apricot jam. Everything that you said. Old library books, everything fancy. To me, this tastes like it's older than the 12-year. Just because I think the mouthfeel is like very luscious, and there's almost like a milk chocolate essence to it.
I mean, I've had some 18-year-old whiskeys that don't have this much going on.
Yeah.
And this one will be what, $135. Wow.
Yeah.
This is a buy two. If you buy one of these, you'll want to buy 2 because you'll be mad if you don't. And I don't say that often.
That's true.
Oh.
I
don't want to add. I'm adding some water, but I don't want to here.
Okay.
Gorgeous, neat. There's some tangy fruit. What is that?
Tangy fruit?
Some sort of a tang. I'm getting glimpses of this fruit that's kind of shining through once in a while. Or a dessert or a fruit or something. What is it? Wow.
This is quite layered because even with water, it's almost like a savoriness starts to peak up. Like a hint of salt, but then there's undertones of like brownies and salted caramel, peanut brittle, a little bit of that.
Water, still gorgeous, bringing out a little bit more of the oak.
A little bit herbaceous on the finish, almost like thyme.
Okay.
But I want to pour more.
I could see that on the finish. Man, this one has a lot of depth to it, a lot of layers to decipher, sit down with, spend some time with, neat with a drop of water, nosing. Wow.
Yeah, I like that when you have it neat. It has like these, I guess a semi-sweet note. It's not too leathery, but it's like apricots. And then with a few drops of water, there's like a savory element to it. It's in some ways, it's like, when you have, golly, I sound terrible. When they have like like a maple bacon donut, right? You get that
Oh,
sweet thing, and then you have this
yeah.
savory meatiness to
Yeah.
kind of round everything out, make it decadent. Mm,
I was thinking, a lot of times I'll get like it's more like a charcuterie board. I don't necessarily think it's that much savory here, where you're like
mhm.
getting like salami and prosciutto and, the cheeses and things like that. It's not quite that savory. It's still more sweet.
Yes, definitely. Still more sweet, but just a little whisper of salt, I think.
So, and that maybe bacon might be a good one. It's almost like that maple bacon donut,
Yeah.
but caramels and chocolates as well.
Mm-hmm.
One more sip, and then I'm going to add another drop of water.
Yeah, definitely. I think again more on the brownies and milk chocolate profile, not so much of a dark chocolate tone. Ooh, gotta stop chain smoking, Scott. Just kidding.
Oh, Bruce, I'm sorry. I thought you were I was thinking you were at the tasting at the Franklin Room last year. Ah, yeah. Oh, wow. Water really opening it up, and it's like a peacock, and you got to let it fly. It's spreading its wings. Ooh, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I like it all. I mean, I still like the sweet berries, the fruits, the chocolates, the tobaccos,
Yeah,
caramels, a little bit of the maple bacon.
yeah, and on the nose of water, it totally changes too. It becomes brighter. I think it's like
Mm.
yeah, definitely, definitely into that muscat barrique. Yes.
Riva Saltes.
Riva Saltis.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the tasting notes on the bottle on that one. I can keep sipping on that one. I was just looking at the time. I was like, we got to get moving.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, cask 41.161. What a combination. A most unusual dram. The worm tubs giving savory notes, while the cask provides sweet and herbal hints, creating a wonderful fusion. It's not too many notes there, but a lot of the things we were getting. The worm tubs making it savory. We're getting some of those savory notes, sweet and herbal hints as well. So very nice.
Mhm.
That bottle won't last long. And I need to clean my palate before going to the next one.
Okay.
Another treat.
Very nice. Even your glass is fancy, Scott. You're so cool.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Let me get this one ready. And Lynn, again, I'll let you introduce it while I pour and show the color.
All right. We got 66.244 and Aviator's Choice. This is a 26-year distilled on October 1997.
25 year.
26-year? No, 25? Oh,
25 year.
oopsies. Okay, well then. I lied to you guys. All right, thank you. 54.5% ABV. And it's aged in a refill hogshead.
Really, a refill hogshead. So this thing's been used several times. So really, probably the color you would expect on a 25 year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's about the same color as the sweet fruity mellow, the 12 year that we started out with from a first fill barrel. So really along the lines of that golden honeyed hue.
Mm-hmm.
25 years. So we know as peat ages. Now, Distillery 66, a Highland distillery known for peating whiskeys. As the older a whiskey gets, generally the peat starts to wane down.
Mhm.
So, and as you'll see, now I get it on the nose.
To me, it smells like,
we're going to get into this one, and it's not a peat. It's not a blast of peat. I think the 25 years has hit the peat level on this one. It's brought it down. It's still here. It's a gorgeous whiskey.
To me, it smells like, oh, sorry, I'm talking over
go
you.
ahead.
Like salted crackers over like clam chowder. There's like a little bit of saltiness there. Even though this is from the Highlands, it reminds me of just going to one of those bars on the island where the fireplace is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just everything I want in life. I mean, I said earlier, I guess I want a lot of things. I'm a greedy person. I want too much. My pants are tight too. Oh, I shouldn't share that out loud. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. And girls. Okay.
Tom R asks, white or red clam chowder? And he says, you better say white.
Yes, white. What chowder?
I do like red clam. I mean, I prefer white. When I think of clam chowder, I always think white. I have had, red, or is that Boston clam chowder? I like it as well, but do prefer white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely salty in the nose.
Yeah, I get like a sea salted caramel here on a waffle cone.
Oh.
I mean, smoked, like it's like on the bonfire. Or maybe your ice cream cone in the waffle cone fell into the bonfire and you pulled it out real quick.
Yummy.
Wow. Manhattan. That's it, not Boston. That's right. Manhattan is the red clam chowder.
Oh.
It's a tomato. It's a tomato base. Little minty, chocolate mint.
Yeah, I can see that.
Andes chocolate mint.
Oh. Soft touch of figs. Yeah. I've run out of words to say on this on the nose.
Right. Cheers. Get in on it.
All right. Okay. So this to me does not taste 25 years of age.
Ooh. Would you want to expand on that?
Oh, well, the G9 the G9.7 was really creamy and it was rich. And I usually notice that when they're older, they tend to have that kind of viscosity. So this doesn't have that. It's a little bit on the thinner side to me.
So we're seeing. I love this one. This is a great palette. The peat has toned down. I think we're looking at light to medium level peats here with this one. 25 years, but then that refill bourbon hogshead, we're really getting very slight for 25 years, slight cask influence on this one. If it was a first fill or a second fill, I think those oak tannins would be a lot present, and probably what you're missing at that 25-year mark, because it's a refill bourbon hogshead. So you're just not getting that cask influence, that you would from a first fill. But I think this is a gorgeous whiskey where that peat, that this at 10 years old would be a completely different whiskey.
Yeah.
Than what we're looking at here. But let me take another sip real quick. I was talking so much, it's all gone.
Yeah. And it's quite layered because it's got these kind of wintergreen tones to it. There's almost that metallic profile that I picked up from the other whiskey. But I get a soft hint of salt too. Like, ooh, the finish is nice where there's like a bacon finish for me. I miss bacon. I can't eat bacon anymore, but
really?
my body betrayed me and turned me into a hipster. So, but I I dream of spam and bacon.
Sometimes you have to listen to the mind and not the body.
That's right. That's good. That's a good tip, Scott.
Tom R. says that Junior Mints makes him think of the Seinfeld episode in the operating room. That's when Kramer tries to give Jerry some Junior Mints. Jerry doesn't want them.
And then it drops
And
them
then
to the
he
body.
hits them and they go flying and they land in the person's body that they're having surgery on. Ooh.
I love the episode where he dates somebody who looks like him, and she ties her hair up. And that's such a great show.
I love the palette on this one. This one is knowing what it is going in, knowing this is a 25-year-old refill, ex-bourbon hogshead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a peated whiskey, and how that's the age has brought that peat down. But then I almost get some berries and some darker fruits in here with this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would almost think there was a very slight sherry influence here, but not quite, not almost. But I think that's the 25 years.
Mm.
I like the salty, the earthiness, the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like bacon with a little bit of like a jam, a raspberry jam or something on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like back to what you said, it's not overtly like an Oloroso cask, because that Muscat Rivas blah blah blah, it wasn't overtly sherried. It was just kind of in the middle, like between a bourbon and an or PX cask. It's just kind of sits in the middle, and I think it has that profile to it. It's almost like these like pears that are just slowly cooked with a little bit of sugar too that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely pick up a little bit of that mint on the finish.
Throw a couple drops of water on here.
Oh yeah, wow. I forgot. See, Scott, when I pre-drink, I forget to follow the order. I just say a lot of I overshare, like unnecessary information about myself. I can't pronounce Rory McIlroy.
I almost think the peat is starting to show itself more. I mean, when I first got the bottle, I tried it, and I had another sample a little bit a couple nights later.
Mm-hmm.
But sitting here now, it's almost like I'm getting the peat really throughout this thing, the smoke. Although it's not thick. It's not like it's whopping you. It's not a peat monster.
Yeah.
It's really a nice, soft, gentle peat, but it's still it's a level higher, a higher level of peat, but it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's not, it's like the peat is there and it's present and it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's soft and it's balanced and it's.
Yes, I understand what you mean, because a distillery that rhymes with hard chag has that saltiness to it, but this one has like a top note of like that salt, but then there's almost that minerality, like that earthiness, I think is there more than something that is briny.
Yeah. And almost, so you say that minerality, brininess, almost more industrial.
Mm-hmm.
Almost more like a coal smoke, almost, or or a diesel kind of smoke.
Mm-hmm. Now it makes sense that they titled it that way, Aviator's Choice, because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really nice. Joe Combs is asking, any floral notes? No, not necessarily. I don't think so. Nothing really jumping out at me floral. Oh, Mike B was asking how many bottles are there for the U.S. Can you look? Do you have do you have access to that in front of you? Mine's off to the side over here.
60 bottles in the U.S.
Wow. And I added a drop of water. I don't think it hurt it at all.
I am failing to see a difference with a few
Yeah.
drops of water. I think I need to add more because I couldn't see any drastic change.
Let's do it real quick. Let's add a second round here and see how's ready to move on. But let's see if a little bit lower, 54.5. Not bad for a 25-year-old, 54.5% ABV.
Okay.
Handled water real well with the first round.
All right. Okay, now I see a little bit of like orchard fruits coming out with more water, but still more in that char kind of smoke.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not as minty to me.
Still some for me. I like it's not citrusy. It's not that sweet. It's definitely richer. Not necessarily like sherry dark in between. So hence like the orchard fruits, almost like stewed pears or stewed peaches, kind of those stoned fruits, you would say, I guess. Gorgeous. Just this is a great whiskey, but I'm trying to, like you though, thinking like blind, would I think this was 25 years old? I don't think so. I think the refill bourbon would throw me. I don't think there's as much cask influence here as one would expect on a 25-year, but that's also the beauty of it, where we have this 25-year-old peated whiskey, from a Highland distillery that at 10 years would be completely different than what we're looking at here.
Right, right.
So we're actually, that refill hogshead has given us a little better look, at the actual distillate with less cask influence on it.
Yeah. Like, I think the first one we had, 72.119, tasted older than it was. Than this one. I was surprised, but I see what you mean, how you get to taste the distillate more than the cask influence. Yeah.
Let's look at tasting notes on the bottle for 66.244, an aviator's choice.
Oh, right.
Taken the steps up to a propeller-driven plane, the air filled with aviation exhaust, wintergreen, then joined bacon fat, pears, and coal. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Need we say more? Yes. Very nice. One more to go.
Alrighty.
That one though was a debate with this next one. We are moving on to an 11-year-old peated whiskey. It's like, do we do the 25-year-old last? 11-year-old last? What do we do? I thought, well, let's get into the intricacies of that 25-year first before we hit our palate with more peat. So
I think you made the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like Scott should own this company and be the president, because he's just good at streamlining and being awesome. Like, I feel very lucky to work with Scott, because every time I'm stuck with something, he's the first person I message, because he's awesome. So I hope you have a stake in that company, Scott.
Well, thank you.
I want you to drizzle and live in a mansion with Jen and just have an awesome. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting sentimental. Go ahead. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to talk about.
Yeah, which whiskey is this?
This is 4.360, an 11-year, bottled at 62.8% ABV, aged in a first fill barrel. And there's only 48 bottles available in the U.S.
So let's just, if you can see here, so the 25-year-old is on the left. That's almost paler, if not paler, than this 11-year-old. But that's strictly because of that refill bourbon hogshead. That bourbon hogshead has been used so much, or several more times, where it's just getting drawn less cask influence. So that's what's letting you see, the profile, that distillate profile with the 66 at 25 years. But compared to a first fill barrel. Now this is still part of that range of Distillery 4, where we took several hogsheads and combined them together from Distillery 4 and then reparceled them out into individual casks. This one had gone into a first fill barrel from that.
This is very surprising to me because I think the classic DNA of this from like the 90s was that honey profile.
Yeah.
And I think the current editions have changed a bit where they don't have that profile as much. So smelling this brings me back to the good old days. So I love that honey profile on the nose.
That's like a crisp honey. I mean, it's almost a little bit lemony lime, almost crisp honey.
Yes. It's bright.
Yeah, bright. If you had like a dehydrated slice of lime and lemon and you put a little piece of honeycomb on it.
Oh, oops. I didn't taste yet. I forget. I'm too eager.
You go. If you did start talking about what
I didn't sip. But I love the nose on this. It's soothing. Lavender is a very soothing scent. This to me, I could nose this all day and capture it as a perfume.
I'm going with a little mintiness on this one, though. I like the lavender almost too, though.
But no, I mean, I don't get lavender.
Right.
I mean, I think lavender has that soothing feeling, but this has a similar soothing. So it's not floral. It's tea biscuits, butter biscuits, butter. Or like, you mentioned peach cobbler in one of the tastings. It kind of reminds me of like, what is that thing? What's that base? Honey graham crackers in a pie? Is that?
Oh yeah, yeah, just graham crackers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Graham cracker crust. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Let's get in on the palate.
All right. Ooh. Holy crap. This is awesome. Pairing it back to back with Ardmore.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay. So everybody, I just want to say that you probably know this already, but I'm a disappointing Asian. I had a sip of like Distillery 4 and I quit social work. So I'm very biased. I came across Distillery 4 and I thought, I don't think I'm meant to be a social worker anymore. So then I just backpacked to Scotland and I made it out there to Orkney Islands. But yeah. So I'm a fan.
Good. Yeah. Citrusy. Yeah, they're almost like a grass fire. Almost got like I had a pile of grass clippings and even some leaves in the yard and you were burning it. So a little bit lighter smoke. I mean, nice peat, nice smoke here, but I mean, just really kind of that taste of the smoke overall. It's not really deep, dark, earthy, type smoke. More grassy to me.
That's so interesting because I don't pick up grassy at all. I'm getting like the complete opposite where there's like a creaminess to it and like almost a hint of Szechuan peppers. But now you're making me question my palate. I'm really okay. Let me wash my mouth here.
Wow. So much honey. I mean, just it's honey coated everything.
Yeah.
I feel like Pooh Bear.
Yes. So I definitely get honey.
Ooh. Ooh. Lime and citrus both, or lime and lemon both, citrusy, sweet.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of that citrus note, but then there's also a little bit of like a soft essence of white chocolate truffle too. So yes, I enjoy this quite a bit.
Truffle salt.
Yes.
Maybe a truffle salted pretzel.
Oh. I'm gonna pour more for myself because I love this. All right.
It's a truffle salted pretzel dipped in like a smoked Gouda
Oh.
cheese.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Now I want French onion soup with like.
Oh, French onion soup. Yes, good call. Look at Lynn bringing up the notes right there.
That's right.
French onion soup. Yes. Wow.
Ooh.
All right, with water.
Okay. This is strange. I get watermelon with hints of salt and white cracked pepper.
I can totally see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm also buzzed, Scott. I don't know how you do it.
I'm probably weigh a little bit more than you do. Guessing. I got a flash of some roasted peanut, like just on the boardwalk, going past the place that's roasting the peanuts.
Yeah.
Usually reserved for Isla distilleries, but not here. I did get it.
Yeah. I'm always reminded of like Paul Pacult, who I think he writes reviews for alcohol, and in the 90s he was saying this is like an amazing distillery. And I think back in the day its DNA was that heather honey profile. And so it's nice to see that in today. So I appreciate that. And for me on the mid palate, I get papaya.
Yeah. I had another note I was going to bring up as well, and I forgot what it was.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I had it while you were talking. And then
Oh no!
Gone.
No! Okay, I hope you get it back. We want to hear your gems because you have gems.
I don't remember what it was.
Crap. Papaya, jalapeno, watermelon.
I'll get it, maybe. But no, yeah, great palate on this one. And I think I added water. Let's try it. Oh, no, I was going to ask you too. So you mentioned Distillery 4 was like your whiskey that opened the windows to whiskey for you. Which release from Distillery 4 was it?
It was the 18-year.
Oh, the 18-year.
Yeah.
No wonder.
It's funny because at the time, I think it was bottled at 43%, and it was strong for me.
Oh, yeah.
Anything 86 proof is water because, we work with cask strength stuff. But it like totally changed my life. So I had a sip of it and I thought, oh, crap, I got to go. I need to see Scotland. And so I lied to my parents and I said, I'm going to go hang out with friends to Scotland, which was not true. I went by myself. And I was just imagine an Asian female driving in Scotland. It was a very dangerous time, you guys. So yes, but it's great.
But no, yeah, I think for most people, even me when I started, there's probably not a lot of people that just jump right into higher ABV whiskeys. Even me when I started, and it probably took me, a year to get used to anything that, was over 43%.
Mm.
So, but for a beginner to jump right into the 18 year and be like that, be the dram that got the wheels turning. I mean, that's pretty good.
Did you have one that just kind of set you on your whiskey path?
Well, what happened with me was my ex-wife had gone on a girls' cruise a long time ago, and she got home and she goes, "Hey, surprise! I got your dad a big bottle of scotch. It was really cheap on the boat, which was Johnny Walker Black." And I said, "Well, that's great," but I said my dad doesn't drink scotch. And she said, "Well, I guess that's more for you then, because I bought you one too." And I was like, and I said, "I don't drink scotch." And she's like, "You don't drink scotch?" I said, "When have you ever seen me sitting around sipping on whiskey?" But I was like, "Well, since she bought it for me, I'll try it." And I knew that you either drank it on the rocks or with water or neat. I knew you weren't supposed to drink it with Coke. So I tried, and I probably had that much Johnny Walker and that much ice and water. I was like, this isn't bad. This actually isn't too bad at all. So, but really probably past that, like my first one, single malt after that, after a couple bottles, I went to Glenlivet 12 and I thought, that's a pretty good whiskey right there. Yeah.
Awesome. And I love your reviews because I remember, always feeling nervous and not, frankly, not good enough to review with you because I get lost in what you say. I learn a lot from you and I appreciate what you say. And a member called over the phone to make an order and he said, do yourself a favor and just watch more of Scott's reviews just to get some inspiration from Scotch Test Dummies. And I did before because I was afraid that if I saw it, I would just feel like less myself, like, oh crap, I'm terrible. And then just like set you up higher than I already do. But it was just fun. I mean, you're like always so good at what you do. So anyways.
Joe Combs says Brooklottie was my real kickoff into Scotch. I'd had others before it got me hooked.
Oh, nice.
Jen Currents, that's my girlfriend there, for those that are watching that don't know. She said Lagavulin 16 is what got me hooked. I did that unintentionally, yes.
Oh, unintentionally? Okay, now we have to hear the story.
Yeah. Well, so we were dating and she wanted to try. She was into wine. She still is, and I'm into wine now as well. But she said, why don't you send me some whiskey samples and let me try them? So I did, and I sent her some. I started light. I mean, I had like Glenfiddich 12, Macallan 12, Redbreast 12, one or two others. And then I thought, okay, let me just throw in Lagavulin 16 at the end of the tasting to just introduce her to Pete and let her know that other realm of Scotch or whiskey that's out there. And so we went through Glenfiddich 12. She didn't care. That was the first one. She's like, yeah, I don't like that one. Macallan 12, okay. Redbreast, okay. Blah, blah, blah. And then Lagavulin 16, she's like, what is this one? This is my favorite. And I was like, oh, dear God.
That's awesome. I love it.
And so she's a whiskey fiend now as well and loves peated whiskeys. She's got, I don't know, 20 to 30 bottles of whiskey at her place now. And at least 24 of them are probably peated whiskeys.
Okay.
Lafroigs, Ardbegs, Lagavulins.
Okay. I gotta send the both of you my peated truffles too.
Oh, peated truffles. Yeah. You did. So you sent us when I was down, and she's in Tampa. So when I'm down there for the tastings, I get to stay with her. She gets to put up with me. And Lynn had sent us some truffles, and we ate all of them in like one sitting.
But I don't know if I don't think I gave you a peated truffle.
No, there was a really dark chocolate one that was dry and bitter. Did not care for that one.
Okay.
There was a more normal truffle. There was like a tiramisu truffle. The pistachio truffle was probably my favorite with the white chocolate.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Jen says he cooks for me, so it's okay.
Nice. Awesome.
All right, but real quick, let's look at this one with some water. I think we're almost ready to wrap it up. Oh, yeah, we're hour and 15 minutes for 5 whiskeys.
Mm-hmm. Raspberries and strawberries come out on the finish with water. Me?
Yeah, that is. It's almost went from like a citrusy, more of a citrusy sweetness with limes and lemons. And with water, it almost has turned it into more of berries. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's some slight tobaccos in there as well. Ryan D says PX and Pete is my weak spot. I love it. Took me a while to warm up to Pete. I love Pete now as well. I love Pete and sherry. Really, anytime you take a wine cask influence and put it in there with some Pete, I mean, Oloroso, PX, Rivasaltas, Muscat, Port, any of those. I don't know if I had a port. Has there been a port? Yeah. Who did? Somebody did a port peated whiskey. Seems like. Maybe not. Anyway. Yeah. Love it.
Yes.
Yeah. Water not hurting this one. Definitely helping it out. Let's look at tasting notes on the bottle real quick and get this baby wrapped up. Cask number 4.360, Janglin Dram. A sharp and salty dram with Janglin peat smoke. Single malt, originally from bourbon hogsheads, married in this cask. Well, that doesn't tell us much.
Oh, Duke asked a question twice. If we're still offering free society glasses. And that...
Ooh. Did that expire?
I thought it ends on the 22nd, but I'll have to double check.
I don't have my emails on this computer. I can't look.
Let me try to look real quick.
Look and see real quick and see. I know the other promo we were doing ended Valentine's night, which was which other promo we had free. We've got free shipping on 3+ bottles. We've got 2 glasses included with orders of 3+ bottles.
Let me see.
There was another promo we were running that ended February 14th, Valentine. Maybe that was just the Valentine's. Was there a Valentine's Day sale? I don't remember now.
Okay, hold on. It's hard to remember when you drink 5 whiskeys. Duke, I'll get back with you tomorrow to answer that question. Yeah.
You might be right. It seems like I've seen an email prep for the last call on the glasses, which will be this week or next week.
Yeah, last call.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, Jen Currents, my girlfriend, she moved from standard ABV whiskeys into cask strength whiskeys quick. She likes cask strength whiskeys. She's reluctant to put a drop of water on them.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, within a year and a half, 2 years. How long has it been? About a year and a half.
Nice.
Ted Brooks has got to bounce. Thanks, Ted, for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, Ted. Okay.
All right. Well, hey, thanks to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it. And all these bottles will be, this is all 5 bottles that are available tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. There's no graph since we reviewed all 5 whiskeys, but stay tuned. Watch your emails. And thanks to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it. Lynn, any parting notes?
Nope. Except you're awesome. Oh, my ring fell off my finger. Okay.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks for watching.
You're too nice.
Nope.
Yep. And remember, as we say on the back of every Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottling, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society whiskeys are not for swigging, glugging, or knocking back. Please drink responsibly.
Just kidding.
Cheers.
Cheers. Stay classy, my friend.